Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is Gregory Walls coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational morning talk. Man, it's nice to be back. Last week, Wednesday and Friday, I wasn't on. It was all well and good. I was just working overnights. I had work to do overnight, so I was not in any condition to come on and do anything. And I take this seriously, and I know when he gave me a day off and he proved to say, hey, it's okay to take a day off sometimes. Say no, I still gotta come and do what I need to do. But I was approved to 2 day offs last week, so I'm back. I am back today. I am back today, man, and flashing my gray and flashing my years here today. Yeah, but for first time listeners, I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:45 a.m. That is Central Time. That's our time here in Texas. You can calculate which time zone you're in, Tessa Hunt, cuz how are you doing? How are you doing? Hope all is well. Good morning, Jillian. Good morning. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for checking in. Hey, but what I want to talk about today, I'm entitled this, Without Me, You Can Do Nothing, a famous piece of passage. But I just want to remind people, man, we got to stay connected. We have to stay connected. You see all the stuff that's going on in this world today, man. You got to stay connected, man. You got to stay connected. All the violence, all the stuff that's going on. We got to stay connected. And Jesus was talking to his disciples here. This is in John. I can read from but 5:1-8. 5:1-8 is the vine and the branches, right? The vine and the branches, right? John 15:1-8. Raul Mir, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, man? So he's saying, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does not bear fruit, he prunes so that we'll be even more fruitful, right? You even more fruitful, right? So he using these terms, like I said, God and Jesus can use terms to these people that they can understand, right? That they can understand things that you're doing every day. And that goes for your dreams also. Lots of times just tell people, listen, you can get dreams and things that you, with the symbols that you can understand. In this case here, farming and gardening was a big thing for them. So using these symbols so they can understand what he's saying. He said, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does not bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the words I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. So he's saying a branch can't produce no fruit if it's not connected to the main source of the tree, right? If you cut a branch off, if you cut you're trimming your trees and you cut a branch off and you put it down, it's going to just wither up, right? Because it's not connected to the source. It's not connected to the tree, right? So let's go on and read it, then we can talk about it. So in 5, it said, I am the vine. You are the branches. He's talking to the disciples. He said, he's the vine. You are the branches. If you remain in me and I'm in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. That's the part I really want to zoom in today. He's saying, apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. So he's saying, man, we got to stay connected to the main source, guys. Don't let us ever forget who the real tree is, and we get to where we getting our substance from, right? That's what we say, apart from me, you can do nothing, guys. Nanili saying, good morning, how are you doing? Harp Eagle, good morning, who's represented by Harp Eagle, good morning, how are you doing? So, guys, it's just like now it's the springtime here in the U.S. and, around the world who don't have the 4 seasons, but you're gardening. The people here now in the U.S. can be getting out in the garden and pruning. See, God needs dependence on him. He needs us to depend on him, right? Dependence is going to get you far with him rather than you trying to declare independence. He needs us to depend on him. Just like your little garden. They're depending on you to prune it, pull out those little weeds that between them that's going to stifle them, fertilize them, giving them the daily supply of water. They depend on you. And once they're dependent on you and you providing that care for them, they're going to bear all the fruit that they're designed to bear. You can get the best from that plant. You got it in good soil, you're fertilizing, you're pruning. You can get the best fruit or best whatever, whether it's tomatoes you plant, whether it's whatever you plant. Once you take care of it, they're dependent on you to take care of it. They're going to produce the great whatever it is that they can produce, the best that they can produce. And that's how God wants us, right? To depend on him. And he can prune us, he gonna fertilize us, and we're gonna bear that fruit, right? So we're saying stay connected, let my word remain in you, right? And some of the fruits we're talking about here is the fruits of the Spirit, right? The fruits of the Spirit in Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives, right? There's the fruit he talking about we're going to produce, and this is the fruits that we need in our lives, right? We need love, right? We need love, right? How much of us lacking love, and we realize how much love is important, whether it's from a mother, whether it's from a father, whether it's from a spouse, whether it's from a child, we all need love in our lives. And he said this is the kind of fruit is going to be produced if you stay connected, right? Love, joy, right? We need joy in our lives. We can't go in around sad, worried, stressed out all the time. We need joy. We need love. We need the joy. Peace. Peace. We need peace in our lives. We need peace in our lives. Patience. Patience. It was love, joy, peace, patience. Without patience, you're going to be rushing, hurrying stuff and putting yourself in a whole lot of trouble, right? Patience, kindness. We need kindness in our lives. Goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and the big one, self-control, right? So he said, if we stay connected to the main source, this is the type of fruits we're going to bear and all the necessary ingredients we need to live a happy life. You can say, man, but I ain't see no money, dear. I need money. Hey, you don't see, you have to list money. But without money, you don't got much joy, right? You don't got much kindness. You don't got much good. Because you're going to be struggling. You're going to be frustrated without that. But he's saying, if you remain in me, I don't have to put it on here. You're going to have abundance of that. That's why you can live joyful, peaceful, loving, with patience, with kindness, with goodness, with faithfulness. You're going to live all of that. Because see, a lot of time we associate our progress, and the first thing that comes to mind is money, right? But he's saying you're going to have that, because without that, you're not going to be able to enjoy these fruits here. So I don't even have to put that on here. I'm telling you, stay connected, and I got you. Stay connected, and I got you. It's just like that branch. If you cut it off and it's not connected to the tree anymore, that's what he's saying. You're going to be those dry young. They're going to throw you into the fire. Right, guys? So I want us to make sure the main thing remain. The main thing is the main thing, guys. He's saying without him, we can do nothing, and do not take that for granted. Do not take that for granted. Just you tuning in here, listening to me, have a phone or a computer, whichever you tuning in on. That's why he says, start the day with me and end it with me, because without me, you can do nothing. And we got to remember that without him, we can do nothing. You take a visit to the hospital one day, and they're gonna remind you if you gotta go back. Man, my child my son was born premature, and I was never being around the world, never understand all you know about this healthy baby. He's just born, and you come home, you bring them home to cry, you take care of them, you feed them, they grow up to be adults. But when I had to be in that world and realize how much things has to go right for you to get that healthy baby, so much kids with all different things that you don't even know exist. Some of them got valve lock off. They can't even keep stuff down as soon as they take anything to come right because some valve lock it off. It can't get to the stomach. All kind of stuff you don't even know exists that you take for granted. So he's saying, man, you got to remain in me, because the simplest function you're doing and you think it's take it for granted. He's saying it can be worse if you don't remain in me. If you don't remain in me, just listening to me right now, how much people can't hear, how much people can't see, how much people can't speak just what I'm doing, how much people can't move their hands like this, what I'm doing, how much people sit in. So he's saying, without me, don't take things for granted. Mr. Oswin Smith, Orlando Tellman, don't take things for granted. Without me, you can do nothing. And that's just some physical things I'm talking about, right? So the whole main thing, guys, let's just stay connected to the main source. Let me read this over again. Let's stay connected. John 15, 1 through 8. John 15, 1 through 8. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does not bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the words I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It needs the main source. We cannot bear any fruit by ourselves. We need to be connected to the main source. We need to be connected to the tree. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. 5 said, this is John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Apart from him, we can do nothing. If you do not remain in me as like a branch that is thrown away and withers, such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire and burned. He said, without him, you can wither away. You're gonna not have none of these fruits. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna lack in patience. All the fruits of the spirit. You're gonna have none of that. Now, what is life without no love, without no joy, without no peace? What's life without that? So just like that, you can be thrown, such branches thrown into the fire and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. Ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you, right? This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourself to be disciples, because the Father wants you to bear the fruit. He wants to show his goodness, and he wants us to bear the fruit once we stay connected. And the fruits of the Spirit that you're going to produce. But this is Galatians 5, 22 through 23. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things. There's no law against them. All right, guys? So, guys, just let's stay connected to the main source, which is God. Let's stay connected to the main source, right? Because without him, we can do nothing. We get up this morning because of him, right? So I'm going to leave that there. And let's talk again on Wednesday, guys. Yes. Kim Craig, good morning. Thanks for checking in. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Goodbye.